It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got Breece Hall. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Jets and the Ravens coming up next.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Jackson looking to throw right away. And the Jets pressure 2 notches, down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And this will be his 2nd NFL start. Last week was about what you'd expect to see from a rookie quarterback. Had some good moments, but not enough to lead his guys to victory. Now we'll have to see how he handles adversity because on the college level, he didn't lose a whole lot of games.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hall again. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Coming up here, looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. When you talk about this Jets defense, they come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both. 4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd and 6. They run it with Hall off the option. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. The Jets in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 17 carries, 111 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Keeper, it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And a good job to get him to the ground quickly right there at the 36-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Now Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing is Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Shows him as Dobbins hit and he fumbles. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jackson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Play action. Now Jackson. Gets around him. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd down and 6 now. Option play, here's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. He'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They run it with Hall off the option. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 3rd and 9 here. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Jackson running again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he loses the football a second time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
The New York set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll fire deep, looking for more. He's got it at the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Patriots come in and get the victory on the road. Jared Goff, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. The Cowboys using that home crowd to get the victory there after the loss on opening weekend. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll go again with Hall. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Option play, here's Hall. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Dancing to his left. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. That escapes the sand. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Tucker's kick is good. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
And he returns this to the 22. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Huntley off of play action. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuwegbunom. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Huntley. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They run it with Hall off the option, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Here's Huntley. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give to Hall. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Here's Huntley. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and a couple. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Hundley on third down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick is indeed good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Ravens.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. To throw here. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And New York set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now 2nd and 3. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 31, here comes second and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Shaquille Leonard picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
New York set to take the field. Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 4. Give to Hall running right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we'll watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. They'll look to throw now on first down.
certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tyler Huntley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This taken in right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 10, under a minute 20 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Dobbins with it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's 2nd down and 3. They're going to look to throw. Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often get tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll look to throw again. A short throw caught by Andrews. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Jets, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.